Hello folks, we are still in England enjoying this beautiful sunny one day in Upper Heyford. Welcome to Travels Are Us. One of the things we wanted to do while in England was go out to the countryside and check it out. So we stayed at this place called Fountain View Cottage. It was an Airbnb and it was a great place to go after being in London. However, before we continue, please subscribe, like the channel, and hit that notification bell. One of the great things of being out here on the countryside, it was a small little village we stayed in, which was very beautiful and not many people, which made it really exciting after being in a large city. Now, some of the things that we saw there was the old school. And I'm assuming it is the old school that was from the original town. I don't know if there's any kids because we didn't really see many people walking the area. However, in the afternoon, there was always people out there jogging. So I'm assuming there were people that were from working in the city and they would come home here. The Oxford train station was not too far. There was a train station close by. And that's where we got our rental car. Now, they also have a place called the Reading Room, which is right in front. I believe that's a library. I'm not sure. If somebody out there knows what a reading room is considered in a small town, please let me know. Was a beautiful, charming town. So again, walking through the town didn't take much time. However, we did do a walk every day, and that was part of our routine. And we also drove here, and that was an exciting event. I got a video on that I'm going to be posting. And it was a little bit stressful. We rented a vehicle over at Oxford, and we turned around and drove to the little town. If you do decide to stay in the outskirts of London and in a small village, you will need a vehicle. St. Mary's Church is in this village, but also there is a war graveyard out there. They call it the Commonwealth War Graveyard. It's just a national cemetery, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Me, myself being a veteran, I'm assuming it's a national cemetery. But if you know, please let me know. It is very well maintained. It looks beautiful, matter of fact. And they seem to have some older graves as well as newer graves. While walking every day to town, I always saw some older gentlemen out there working on the gravesite. So again, it is very well maintained, just right outside of St. Mary's Church, right on the border of it. Here goes the church. They call it the church walk. It's an area where you can walk right outside. It's the street's name, really. And I tried to go inside the church, but it was closed. We were there for approximately 10 days, I believe. I wanted to take pictures of the inside of the church, but never got a chance. Maybe on our next trip if we ever go back. I do love the countryside. It is very peaceful and very green. Again, this was the few sunny days we got. It rained a lot, it drizzled. You get the sun every so often for a couple of hours, but the majority of the time was kind of gray. There seems to be a working farm in the area. Well, they had a lot of agriculture in that whole region. But as you walked around, you always saw some farm animals out there. In this case, there were some sheep just walking around. You see where the church is, so you just zoom from one and then I zoom to the other side. So again, and then the further down you walked towards the church, there was a working farm. So you saw all the farming equipment out there. Just down the street if you kept walking. And then they seem to also have some modern buildings out there too. Now here goes the church. Again, it's a very, very beautiful church. I don't know exactly how old it was, but it seems like many of the small towns had their own little churches. As we're doing our walk, we find this little stream. Earlier I took a picture of it sounded like water underneath something. So I bet you this is the stream that comes around. And look at that. You just kind of walk. Just enjoy yourself. Here goes that manhole, it looks like. I'm going to keep walking and check out the countryside. A little bit muddy, so you have to be careful where you step. But overall, look how beautiful. Nice and quiet. Very green. And out there, there's some water. Some type of river. While walking around the countryside, I also noticed that you do need to have some garden type of boots to walk around. And I've been watching some YouTube videos of England before we went out there to do a little bit of research of where we wanted to stay and what we were going to do. And I noticed that everyone in England seems to have these boots out in the countryside. And you really need them. Because I was out there in sneakers and then I was like, oh, I had to be careful with every step I took. But it's an ideal thing to do, to just go outside and just walk every day. Yeah, look at the little bridge there. We're not too far from there. That's Carmen. Wonder if we could walk over it. Bridge and the sign right in front of the gate talked about it. You better close the gates because of horses and keep your dogs on a leash. But there is a canal that we were crossing. The same canal that goes into London. Well, I don't know if it's exactly the same canal, but it's probably the same canal connections. And later on, I found out that people turn around and rent these boats and get on the canal and just go camping on them. So it was something different. I kind of liked it. I liked that idea. I was thinking, ooh, I love to go camping, and maybe I'll turn around and do something like that. There goes one of those boats that you could more likely rent. I met up some folks that were on the canal, and they were actually at the lock where they were kind of controlling the water to make it go up, and they were pushing their little boat across it. Well, not really pushing it, just had a small motor on it. And they said that you could rent it and to just walk down about a mile and you'd be able to find one of those places you could rent it. But it was too muddy for me to walk out there. But again, look how beautiful this countryside is. Here we go, walking across the bridge. Yeah, look at this. This is Canal River Trust. If you go that way, on this canal, you wind up in Oxford. I wonder if people try to swim it. I wonder how deep it is.
Would not want to find out.
Yes. But if you take this canal, it takes you all the way to Oxford.
It's good to do those cold waters, those cold swims. They are supposed to be very good for you.
Yes. Look at the countryside. Beautiful. Again, if you get a chance.
Beautiful.
Heyford.
Upper Heyford.
Upper Heyford. I've been saying it wrong.
There's Lower Heyford and Upper Heyford, but I'm sure you can't go wrong with any of them.
That's true. Yeah, we're back on the bridge, and look at this path. If you look through there, it goes out through there. If you go over here, it takes you to another bridge that you could cross over. I found a muddy path that I had to carefully walk through, and be careful not to step on any of these puddles. But as I was walking through there goes a small bridge, but there's also a channel there where you could, a lock, where you could control the water for it to go up or down as boats go across. Here goes a couple of people doing it. Wow, check this out. There's an old-fashioned canal. I'm wondering how that works. You know, the water goes up and it goes down to get boats to go across. Looks like somebody's going to activate it. When you get to the other side of the canal, keep going. You wind up in Oxford. Wow, they're opening up the canal. Look at that. They're going to get their boat to come across. Wow. Look at this water. It's starting to move around. Oh, it's filling up with water. Holy cow. Yeah, you can see it. There goes the boat crossing the canal. Wow, this is incredible. Look at that. And they told me that you can rent these little boats, that they have little stoves, bathrooms, heaters, washing machines. And I guess it's like camping. When you go further downstream, there's a place you can rent them. They're still working those things. Wow. Now there goes the water. It's been pumped out. And now watch it go down. It's going further down. That is incredible. So if you want to go camping, you rent out one of these items. Now if you ever get a chance, go up to Upper Heyford and spend a few days there. Don't forget to rent a car and go to the local pub. The pub was kind of closed down. I'm not sure if they were completely closed, or every time we went there they were just not open. But look how they have eggs you could get out there. And again, every day I would see people jogging in the rain or in the drizzle in the afternoon. So I'm assuming this is more of a quiet town for people that work in Oxford, because it wasn't too far away. Now I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be safe, take care of each other, and have a great day. Bye now.